It's time for an Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast. This will be a combo report, both from the Jasper County Fair and my regular Friday podcast. It's because we're wrapping up a report with Stacy Wilson from the Jasper County Fair and also an interview with the Jasper County Fair Queen and Princess. So we're going to combo our sponsors for this time around too, and I certainly want to thank my regular sponsors that I have for the podcast and for the Jasper County Fair sponsors also. I couldn't do this podcast without my sponsors. I really appreciate it. A couple years ago, when I didn't know what I was going to do when the radio station in Newton let me go, I was encouraged to do the podcast by Jeff Mackey, local insurance agent, because he's a big podcast fan. He said, Grout, you need to do a podcast. I posted on Facebook, would you support me if I did a podcast? And man, I'll tell you, over 700 people said they would. And the community support has been fantastic. And I couldn't do this without people who have stepped forward and supported me both through the sponsorship of the regular podcasts that I have and the specialty podcasts that I've had with things like the Jasper County Fair, the 4th of July Parade, the crowning of the homecoming king and queen that we have, and all these things that I do to try to fill in for what the local radio station is not doing. So thank you to all these fine sponsors. So let's get to it and salute our sponsors. And the big presenting sponsor for the Jasper County Fair reports, once again, Dana Van Gilder and the gang at Timberline East Campground in Newton. They're not only a campground, but they have the Alta House out there too. And they do great business. I'll tell you what, you should head on out there and enjoy yourself at the Alta House, but Timberline East has a great special going. And after I'm done with the sponsors that I'm telling you about, they have a special commercial that I want you to listen to because they have a great special. And if you have a camper or RV, you should listen to that special, and it is going on for quite a while. And if you're a bargain shopper and you want to get in on that deal, you should listen for that commercial. And also, if you're going to the Iowa State Fair, look at their booth or booths that they're going to have at the Iowa State Fair. I'm sure they're going to have that in the Varied Industries building. So check that out. Timberline East Campground on the east side of Newton. Not hard to find whatsoever. Other sponsors include the fine folks at Brookwood Incorporated. Little Red and I recently had some plumbing work done at our house, and Mike Wood and the gang at Brookwood Incorporated did a great job. Now, is your shower taking too long to get hot in the morning? Your water heater or plumbing lines could need some attention, and the gang at Brookwood can take a long look at that and help restore consistent hot water from Brookwood Incorporated. And, you know, we've had some great weather this week. This weather has been fantastic for the Jasper County Fair, but if you can see in the forecast, starting on Sunday, temperatures are going to be back in the 90s once again, and you don't want that cool air to be slipping out of your home. And it could be doing that without you realizing it. Small gaps around windows and doors can drive up energy costs, and sealing them up helps your system work smarter, not harder. A little tip for you from their Facebook page from Brookwood Incorporated. So give Mike and the gang a call at Brookwood Incorporated. They'll do a great job for you, as they have done for us. Brookwood Incorporated. Their phone number, 641-792-1186. That's 641-792-1186. Or go to brookwoodinc.com on the web, or check out their Facebook page. Another fine sponsor, Ethan, Lisa, and the folks at Johnson Aviation. They have all kinds of flying lessons out there on Rusty Wallace Drive. They're open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sundays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They have extended hours on race weekends, and of course, they're going to be out there too on NASCAR weekend. Busy getting those planes parked. Man, I don't know how they do it, but they do. They do a great job out there, and you can learn to fly at Johnson Aviation. Their number is 641-792-1292, 641-792-1292, and I know from talking to Ethan, he really doesn't sponsor these podcasts just for the advertising reasons, but more to support the 4-H and FFA kids that do such a great job at our Jasper County Fair. So he wants to put a spotlight on them and he's happy to do that. Another fine sponsor is Lonnie Portner, State Farm Insurance, and he not only sponsors, of course, these Jasper County Fair results, but also the 4th of July parade that we had on our stream. And Lonnie Portner, a great State Farm Insurance agent. Like a good neighbor, Lonnie Portner State Farm Insurance is there, proudly serving Newton customers since 2007. They assist with auto insurance for Jasper County. They can cover your family with life insurance, providing home insurance to Jasper County, offering renter's insurance in Poweshiek County, supplying business insurance to entrepreneurs, and you can ask about their condo insurance too. They offer pet insurance to Polk County pets. You can call them about personal articles. Discover your health insurance options too. Lonnie Portner, State Farm Insurance Agency. And my buddy Ryan Dannon from Ryan's Tire and Auto, and also his wife Shannon Dannon and her partner have the Junie B's food truck. And man, I'll tell you, they were busy during the Jasper County Fair. There are lots of lines for it. Now, when I recorded the podcast with Stacy Wilson and the Jasper County Fair Queen and Princess, they weren't as busy because it was wrap-up day, and I got myself a cheeseburger, and boy, was it delicious, from Junie B's food truck. And normally they are located next to Casey's right there on 1st Avenue East in Newton, but they moved the food truck over to the fairgrounds, and man, I'll tell you, people were lining up in droves to get that delicious Junie B's food from that food truck. Now, Ryan says on his Facebook page, one of the best parts of owning a business is having the opportunity to give back to the community that has supported them in the past 2 years. He says he was recently honored to make a donation to Ride for Time with Friends of Mine, a local organization that hosts events to help fund mammograms for individuals who can't afford them. And there's a picture of him presenting a check to the lady who represents that organization. And also on his Facebook page, he talks about Smoke on the Water barbecue competition and benefit, asked them to donate to their annual fundraiser. So they dug into the vault where they keep the Ryan Cares money and donated $200 to that also. Not only do they have great tire, brakes, oil service at Ryan's Tire and Auto, but they give back to the community too, and you can find out more about them at Weebly.com. But they take pride in delivering more than just tires and vehicle maintenance. They provide an unwavering commitment to great service every time at Ryan's Tire and Auto. Okay, here's that special offer I was telling you about from Timberline East Campground in Newton. Listen up for that. If you are a camper, own an RV or whatever the case might be, this is a very, very special offer for you from Timberline East Campground. Listen up. You could get in on a bargain.
Another year of the Jasper County Fair is in full swing now, and you'll soon be ready for rest and relaxation. Timberline East RV Campground, conveniently located along Interstate 80 in Newton, has a special offer to honor your hard work and extend that summer break just a little longer. Get 1 night free when you camp 2 or more nights by using the promo code CAMPING250. Redeem the special offer by calling us today at 641-792-2428 or visiting timberlineiowa.com and entering code CAMPING250 when you book. Enjoy the last few days of summer and usher in the cooler days of fall. This free night offer is good at Timberline East RV Campground for the remainder of the year.
It's time for Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, special edition, once again from the Jasper County Fair with Iowa State Extension Youth Coordinator for Jasper County, Stacy Wilson, and once again going to give us some final results from the Jasper County Fair on what we call the wrap-up day, the final day from the fair. It's got to be kind of a double-edged sword for you. Final day, things come to a conclusion, but kind of a sad day too, I suppose.
Yep, it kind of is. There's kind of a letdown after so much work and preparation and everything, but it was a good fair. So
and for some of these kids, on to the Iowa State Fair too.
Yep.
All right, great. Okay, so on to the results. Tell us about that, Stacy.
Okay, well, I think yesterday we ended with the breeding calf show because the market calf show wasn't done yet. So we have the market calf results, and the grand champion market steer was exhibited by Mason Titus. Reserve champion market calf was exhibited by Hannah Nealman. And then we had a +1 division, and +1 are calves that were shown the previous year as a bottle calf. So that's a 2-year project for kids instead of a 1-year project for the market animal.
A lot of work.
Yeah, and they get so attached to those calves. But the +1 champion this year was Avery Cartwright, and the reserve champion was Hadley Van Wyck.
All right, great.
So that, and potentially, if those are heifers, they can come back one more time as a cow-calf pair.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's a good project. Then we had the showmanship on how the kids were evaluated on how well they did in the show ring. Seniors were Jane Damon and Brock Barnett. Intermediates were Elliot Lamb and Hannah Nelman. And the juniors were Casey Hosbond and James Moffett.
All right.
Okay.
Congratulations to all those kids.
Yeah, they did a great job. So then we had a poultry show going on, and we had a champion market bird. That was Abram Shipley. Reserve was Seth Hansen. Champion production bird, Avery Talsma. Reserve champion, Emily Schweinenbart. Champion turkey was Callan Buckland, and reserve Caden Buckland. And then the poultry showmen were junior, senior, Amelia Plowman, intermediate Brecken Lowry, and senior Maya Vanzani. And my days are all running together. I have a feeling I read this yesterday.
Okay, no
Sorry.
problem if you did. Not a big deal.
Okay. Meat goats, the goat show. We had champion meat goat was Claire Cachera. Reserve champion meat goat, Sadie Booth. Senior showman was Jonathan Swan, and reserve showman was Claire Cachera. Champion breeding goat winners, grand champion was Claire Cachera, and reserve champion was Kaylin Paget.
All right.
Okay, and then I think the final results I have are rabbits. And we had a best of show grand champion, that was Riley Ratcliffe. Reserve champion, best of show was Emerson Lohr. Showmanship, junior champion was SMA Plowman. Junior reserve champion was Violet Lohr. Intermediate champion was Kalan Camp. And intermediate reserve champion was Avery Plowman. Senior champion, Riley Ratliff. Senior reserve champion, Blanca Gutierrez. And then we have a couple other classes that don't involve the actual rabbit, like a poster class. So kids can make a poster and be judged on that. And it's an educational poster. So they're educating the public on some form of rabbit husbandry. And the winners of that were Bexley Talsma and Faith Bonham.
Okay.
And then we had a rabbit photo contest. And those were photos that kids took of rabbits or some aspect of rabbits exhibiting. And these are not photos that were entered in the building here. So the champion was Cyrus Rosendahl, and reserve champion photo was Lydia Rosendahl.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I keep seeing this sign staring at me every time I look over. Join County Council. What is County Council?
County Council, that is a club that you must belong to a what we call a community 4-H club, which is your regular 4-H club. And then you have to be in 9th through 12th grade. And this is a club made up of kids from all over the county. Instead of most of the clubs have kids from their community in them, but this one is senior 4-Hers from all over the county. We meet once a month, and they meet with me, and we plan county activities such as our Meals from the Heartland packaging event in the winter, our Festival of Trees. They help with the 4-H record keeping awards program. They actually facilitate that program, and then we have a lot of fun, and we get together with county councils from other counties, and it's more or less a leadership club.
I see. Okay, great. This is wrap-up day at the Jasper County Fair. This will possibly, I think this will be our final report from the Jasper County Fair. But what happens on wrap-up day?
Well, the projects go out of this building, the youth building. So this was full of projects yesterday, and we tried something new this year that seemed to have worked well. We started releasing projects last night. So at 8 o'clock, families could come in, 4-Hers could come in and get their projects. And I actually had a shift in the 4-H food stand. And when I came in here, I didn't realize how many would be out already.
Yeah,
and it was kind of like a shock. It was kind of like, oh, I don't think I was quite ready for that.
It's quite vacant compared to yesterday, Stacy.
Yep. So, but it made today nice because we have the auction going on tonight, the livestock auction, and we auction off our 4-H bucket of junk sculptures right before that. And just wrap up. Like I just made a trip to Newton I couldn't have gotten one more thing in my Jeep because we packed up our office and took it back to the extension office.
Now, is the wood carver going to be auctioned tonight, or do you know what's going on with that?
After the parade and the auction was canceled on Monday night, there was talk about that, but then they ended up auctioning those off last night after the bottle calf show.
Okay, all right.
Because the bottle calf show, that always brings a lot of people in too. So I think they thought the auction might go too long tonight if they did both.
Well, I know you're going to try to find the fair queen and the fair princess, but if you can't find them, this is going to be our final report. And if it is our final report, then I want to do one more thing here and give you a check for $100 to the Jasper County 4-H. I did this off the air last year, but I wanted to make the presentation on the air because I really appreciate all you do for these reports, Stacy, and I know you're very, very busy during the Jasper County Fair, and this is the second year that she's done this, ladies and gentlemen, and these kids deserve a big pat on the back. And before we wrap up, how is 4-H funded normally? Because I know it takes some funds to do this and to get this all paid for.
Yeah, there's a annual fee for 4-H, but compared to other activities, it's very affordable. It's the state fee is $35 per kid per year. With our Geisler Penquite grant, we pay half of that, and so that's part of it. The clubs do fundraising for their activities they do throughout the year. We write some grants. We get donations. A lot of times we'll have a memorial donation from people we don't even know that were in 4-H as a kid, a child or something, and those are really meaningful. It's like, gosh, all those years that this project or this program has stuck with them. So,
well, if you have any fundraising going on, let me know about it, and we'll try to spread the word about that.
Oh, okay. And I can't tell you how much we appreciate your support. And
well, I'm glad to do it. I really am. And let me tell you, these fair reports. I might get a little emotional about this because a guy who hired me years ago, John Carl, who used to own the radio station in Newton, there was a merchant's building here. I think it was on this same location where they had all the merchants and where we used to broadcast from. KCOB used to broadcast from. I remember setting up, and I don't know why I'm getting so darn emotional. I've just become that way. I think it's ever since my sister passed away in November. But there was a plaque, and it said, "Friend of the Fair, John Carl," and John is still kicking, and he's in his 80s. But I told him this, and he had forgotten that he got a plaque that said "Friend of the Fair." And he did so many broadcasts from the Jasper County Fair. He even broadcast from the livestock auction. I don't know if you knew that or not, but it was a big deal.
I have seen his name on that plaque, and that plaque is still around. It's over in the open class building.
Maybe I should take that to him or something, or take a picture of it and send it to him, but he didn't even know it was there. But, these kids deserve a pat on the back. And why am I getting this way? I apologize. But they do, and they deserve to be in the spotlight. So that's why I do this. So, if you can help out with the fair and you can help out with 4-H and FFA, please do so. So, okay. Now, I'm going to try to wrap up this report, but I'm going to do a PS on this. If she can find the Jasper County Fair Queen and Princess, we're going to tack on and edit this report and do that after this, okay? So if this is the last report from the Jasper County Fair, thank you, Stacy. If not, hang on for the Jasper County Fair queen and princess. So thank you, Stacy, very much. I am just a guy that wears his heart on his sleeve. And sorry about that if that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but you know.
It's fair week and everybody's tired.
Yeah, it's been a long week, hasn't it? Crazy. Until either the Jasper County Fair Queen or Princess, or until next time, girl out is out. See ya.
Okay. There we go.
All righty, here we go. Additional video and audio here for Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast. And we have the Jasper County Fair Queen and Princess with us. I am so excited. I'm with royalty here. I don't know if I can handle it. Okay, and you are?
I'm Soraya Nolan, your Jasper County Fair Queen.
Oh, are you so excited to be
I am.
Jasper County Fair Queen? Well, let's find out about you. Your parents are?
My parents are James Nolan and Cassia Nolan.
And where are you from?
I'm from Monroe, Iowa.
Good old Monroe.
Yeah.
Did you work at for Lynn Donahue by any chance?
Yes, I work at Jersey Freeze.
Oh, I love. You know what? Lynn is a sponsor for these Jasper County Fair reports. He's a longtime friend of mine. We go way back. I hate to tell you, to the early 1980s when he used to own the Baskin-Robbins franchise in Pella. And he is a regular sponsor of my podcast. And every Sunday I do podcast trivia, and we give out Jersey bucks. And I go there and I get the Van and Bon Bon freezer, and I love that. And he's just a great guy. So, are you a farm kid or no?
Yes, so I grew up on my family's farm. My grandparents, it's Nolan Red Angus.
Okay, and what do you raise on the farm?
We raise Red Angus cattle.
Red Angus cattle. Do you have crops? Do you have corn? Do you have beans or anything like that?
My grandpa does the beans and the crop part. I'm more of the cattle part. That's what I focus on.
Did you grow up in 4-H?
I did, yes.
What kind of projects did you have?
I would always enter static exhibits, so photography was one of my favorite things to enter, and then I would also show cattle at the Jasper County Fair.
Aha, okay. And when did you start in 4-H?
I started the soonest I could, so 4th and 5th grade is when I got started.
Okay, now did you get into FFA and that kind of thing too?
Yep, I did FFA all 4 years of high school, and I was an officer for 2 years, serving as the secretary and the vice president.
Okay. So how are you judged in the Jasper County Fair in the Queen competition?
So the Queen contest is a full-day event. We first start with an application, and then the contest runs all day. It's a series of interviews. We walk across the stage, and then you do your presentation, and then after that, you answer a pop question in your formal dress.
All right, fantastic. And you are?
Hayden Lowry,
All right,
the
Hayden.
2026 Jasper County Fair Princess.
Look at that smile.
Yes.
Oh, you are so excited to be the princess. Okay, and tell us where you're from.
I'm from Searsboro, so kind of near Montezuma.
I know where that is.
Yes.
And I used to have a girlfriend years ago that had a place, an A-frame at Lake Ponderosa.
Yeah,
and we go by Searsboro on the way.
That's like 3 minutes from our house.
I
so
know.
Very close.
That's
yes.
great. That's great. So how? Okay, and tell us who your parents are.
My parents are Jason and Jen Lowry.
Okay, are you a farm kid or a city kid?
A farm kid. Yeah,
Okay.
We live on a farm. We raise swine, sheep, poultry, and cattle. And my dad crop farms corn and beans with his brother and then his dad, so my grandpa.
Now, I always ask whether you're a farm kid or city kid because I always want to stress to be in 4-H and FFA, you don't have to live on a farm.
No, there's so much static projects. I enter photography, sewing projects, different baking projects that I love. So there's so much diversity in it. That makes it so fun.
Okay, and where do you go to school?
I'm homeschooled, and then I do enroll at Lumbo-Selly for Ag and FFA.
Okay, and so were you in 4-H then?
Yes, yep. I started 4-H when I was in 4th grade, so as early
Okay.
as I could. And before that, when I was 6, I started showing bottle caps in open class. And
All
just
right.
loved it. Yes.
Great. And to be the princess, what kind of, how were you judged also?
Yeah, so pretty much the same way. I turned in the application, and then they reviewed that, and then like I gave a speech about like Jasper County Fair theme, which is Let's Go Crazy. Did some interviews. It was a great process, and it was a lot of
So,
fun.
what did you think of that theme too? Let's glow crazy. It's kind of an interesting theme. I heard that and I thought, well, where the heck did that come from anyway? What did you say in your speech?
I kind of said different things at the fair. How it has made me like glow as a person. So I touched on like different static projects and how that's just molded me into who I am, and all my livestock projects, like having like a hard work ethic and everything and determination. So I just touched it back to how the fair has made me glow as a person.
Oh, how great! So, what do you plan to do in the future? What were your future plans? You're going to go on to college? You're going to go to trade school? What are you going to do?
So I just graduated from PCM, and then next year I'm headed to the University of Iowa for business.
All right, good deal. How about you? What does your future look like?
Yeah, so I'm going to be a junior this year, so finish high school, and then I plan to go for an undecided ag major.
Ag major. Okay, gonna stay in it. I know you're both very busy. You have a lot of things to do, and you're going to go on, so I'm going to let you go. But thanks for taking the time out of your day on wrap-up day here at the Jasper County Fair. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Deserve all your honors. Your tiaras are glowing. You look just fantastic. So, yes, the Jasper County Fair Queen and Princess here as we wrap up Out and About with Jamie Grout for this year's Jasper County Fair Reports. I want to thank Timberline East, our overriding presenting sponsor for these reports. Until next time, Grout is out. See ya.
Other fine sponsors include Newton Clinic. You know, we're supposed to get back up into the 90s temperature-wise starting late this coming weekend. Heat exhaustion can sneak up fast, especially on kids, older adults, and anyone outdoors with long stretches. It could be bad, so watch out for heavy sweating, dizziness, nausea, or confusion. Shade plus water and rest is usually the fix. If symptoms don't improve, don't wait it out. Here's a pro tip from the gang at Newton Clinic. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already mildly dehydrated. So check in with the gang from Newton Clinic. They'll help you out because Iowa summers are no joke. Get a hold of the Newton Clinic. They are open most of the time, even on Saturday mornings. You can check out their website, newtonclinic.com, or give them a call at 641-792-2112, 641-792-2112. You can also text them at that number too, and their newest provider is Kinsey Heiser, taking new patients at Newton Clinic. Other fine sponsors include Wesley Life Park Center. Get a hold of Lisa Zylstra if you're looking for new living arrangements, and you can pursue your joy at Park Center. By offering living options across the continuum, Park Center provides vital, enriching environments for everyone, a community for healthy living focused on holistic health and well-being. Their programming enhances emotional, intellectual, and spiritual wellness and enables you to live in a life that's healthier in every way. Park Center is at home in Newton, with many residents and team members having lived in their lives. To learn more about Park Center's different levels of living and to find a lifestyle that's just right for you, contact Lisa Zylstra at 641-791-5000. Again, Lisa's number is 641-791-5000 at Park Center. And I said so many times before that my sister lived the last 5-6 years of her life at Park Center, and she couldn't have been treated any better. As we mentioned before at the start of this podcast, our other sponsors include Ryan's Tire and Auto and Junie B's Food Truck. Other sponsors include Westside Java Coffee Bar. Stop on in there if you want to get yourself a tasty liquid refreshment like a mocha latte, some kind of possibly hot chocolate. That's my favorite when I go in there. Maybe one of their delicious cookies that they have, or use their drive-up in the alley there at Westside Java Coffee Bar. Made Right Sandwich Shop. Stop on in there for one of those tasty Made Rights. They serve breakfast 7 days a week, or you can order by phone by giving them a call at 792-4166. Also, Jersey Freeze in Monroe. I enjoy those Van and Bonbon freezers that they have there. The current Jasper County Fair Queen has worked there at Jersey Freeze. Lynn Donahue and the crew do a great job there. They're always supporting the Jasper County Fair and all the other events going on in Jasper County and Monroe Old Settlers coming up in August, and I'm sure Lynn Donahue will be supporting that also. Don't forget Lynette Baker. Boy, I'll tell you, she's my techie here. I wouldn't have a website, logo, or a YouTube channel if it weren't for her. She's great, and she'll do a great job for you, too. If you have any business that needs to have advertising put on caps, pens, pencils, whatever the case might be, she will do that for you. You can find her business card on the sponsors page of outandaboutvithjamiegrout.com. That's Halo Branded Solutions. Get a hold of Lynette Baker. She will give you great service. Another fine sponsor on Out and About with Jamie Grout is Advantage Credit Union.
Let us pay you for checking with us. Hi, this is Leslie with Advantage Credit Union, inviting you to take advantage of Cha-Ching Rewards checking. Earn 3% APY on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $25 per month that ACU pays you. No minimum balance, no monthly fees. Simply do the things you're already doing and cash in at the credit union. Apply online at acuiowa.org or visit us in downtown Newton.
APY is annual percentage yield. Restrictions apply. Federally insured by the NCUA.